Today you're going to learn a story few know, with corruption, ingenuity, and a timeline stretching all the way until today. Hello Neighbor is a game designed by Nikita Kolesnikov. Unfortunately, it's not this Nikita, it's actually this Nikita.
We got a #1 victory royale.
Nikita was a soccer player turned game designer. We saw his game release late 2017. The game saw many alphas leading up to this, with wide public acceptance, with influencers as large as PewDiePie even playing the game.
I'm fucking pissed now. Hey, you Italian scum, I'm coming for you.
Google describes Hello Neighbor as a stealth horror game about sneaking into your neighbor's house and figure out what he's hiding in his basement. Which, as it turns out, it's your sister or your friend, and then later on it's you. Speaking of you, I'm sure you didn't realize the sponsored section of this video had started. Today's sponsor is actually a small YouTuber, so please go thank Horse for Lunch by going to his channel, subscribing, and ringing the bell. I can say with zero exaggeration that my entire bank balance is thanks to this man. Now, back to the video. You didn't come to this video to hear people singing about Fortnite or learn about small YouTubers. You came to this video to find out how I became the greatest Hello Neighbor speedrunner of all time. I started speedrunning Hello Neighbor in early 2020, and within a week or so I had managed a pretty decent time, netting me 5th place on the leaderboard. What came after? That's where things start to get a little bit hazy. After my 5th place run, I started getting more and more infatuated with finding my own skips and glitches. Most were small and also went unused by the community at large. But it doesn't change the fact that I had found my new passion, and it wasn't speedrunning, it was glitch hunting. Unfortunately, there was a lot of turmoil in the Hello Neighbor speedrunning community around this time, causing what was at the time the main Discord server for Hello Neighbor to be abandoned and a new one created. I'm not going to go into specifics of why this happened, but here's a screenshot explaining it. You can pause the video if you really want to read it. In short, what this means is I don't have access to a lot of the early video and discussions around this time, but I continued exploring glitches and speedrunning tactics for another few months. It's around this time I started to become slightly bored with the game, and decided to take a short break from the game for around 6 months. When I came back with a vengeance, finding my best glitch yet. When done properly, this glitch shaved multiple seconds off the current route, which involves stacking boxes and a run-killing jump. But I wouldn't stop there, because within a week I'd found another glitch. A glitch that could change Hello Neighbor speedrunning forever. It may be hard to understand what's happening. Hell, even at the time I didn't understand what was happening. But this glitch, it's revolutionary. Nothing even remotely close to this had been done in the past, and it skipped one of the most hated parts of the game, Fear School. An absolute run ruiner, so late in the run and based completely off RNG. How well you did in Fear School would make or break your run, and turn many away from the game as a whole. Not fully understanding what was happening at the time, I dubbed a glitch a wrong warp, nomenclature used to describe a bug where you enter a loading zone and exit somewhere you weren't supposed to. It would later be known as save corruption. What's actually happening in the glitch is still somewhat unknown, but what I did know was how to cause it. Essentially, you'd play through the game normally, then restart once you'd finished. Anytime you enter a loading screen after this point, you have a very brief amount of time where you can activate the glitch. The amount of time is so brief it has to be measured in frames. In this brief time frame, if you pause the game, it creates an invisible bugged pause menu. Without being able to see, you now have to navigate to your previous save. And now, instead of loading you into that save, like it would on a normal pause menu, it actually is going to transfer your metadata from your last save to your current one. So, something like double jump, an ability you earn towards the end of the game, could be had as soon as the very first level. But it was soon learned that this didn't only affect your character's metadata, it also affected the level's metadata. So things like closed doors, they could be left open. After days of tinkering and learning about the glitch, I posted possibly one of the greatest Hello Neighbor speedruns of all time. And this is that run. If you want to skip this portion of the video, there's a timestamp below, or you can click on to the next chapter. No, I forgot to split. Whatever. There it is. Honestly, not super worried about the splits. I won't make you watch the full video, but obviously, a glitch of this magnitude placed me squarely in first place on the Hello Neighbor leaderboards. Wait. Hello Neighbor speedrun. There we go. Go ahead and click this. Where am I at? I'm definitely not in first or fifth. Where am I? Wait. 28th place. You might be thinking, how is this possible? How could this be? Well, while the glitch was originally very well received, even having other people making runs, some of the moderators, they didn't agree, saying the run was simply too different from the current any percent route. Members of the community started asking if the glitch could be used in a new category, NG Plus or New Game Plus. Granted, this is probably where the glitch belonged, since it involved playing the game normally and then creating another save. But it seemed some of the moderators thought a new category, especially a new popular category, could take away some importance from the any percent run, which, if you look at where they stand, you could see why they wouldn't want that to happen. And this is where the story still stands today, with no word on if the NG Plus category would ever be added to the leaderboards. The glitch was slowly forgotten and doomed, eventually, to fade away into history. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and in the meantime, I'll leave you with the rest of this speedrun.
Hello? And that's a world record.